story takes place in the beginning of the third millennium, when freedom of expression was on the verge of extinction. After mass consumerism, mass destruction, mass information, came mass censorship.
Who's this man that is taking fun of me? Go away, this communist!
This is me, Sabina. I'm a political satirist, and I attacked Berlusconi to the point that I was banned from television since 2003. Despite everything, he was elected once again and with a landslide win. Like in many other countries, the opposition is pathetic, and all our hopes now lie in Viagra. As if that weren't enough, for the first time in the history of our democracy, Rome has a fascist mayor. We comedians are the only people who acted as a real political opposition. This is why normally I put on makeup before going on stage, but today is better if I disguise myself as I leave the theater. Maybe it would be better if I ran away, but the question is, where? Comedians don't have it easy anywhere.
You know, you have many rights in a democracy. You have the right to vote, to travel, freedom of religion, to freedom of assembly. The only right you do not have in a democracy is the right not to be offended. You cannot insist on not being offended.
Ross Fleming, the man responsible for the publication of the cartoon on Mohammed, was a victim of a huge attack in the heart of Europe. In the United States, Michael Moore experienced all kinds of trouble.
This man hates who we are, he hates our value, and he would like to destroy us.
Once, during a political performance that protested Wall Street politics, he found himself paying the price. In the Arab Emirates, a brave group made a mockery of martyrs. And for this, they got a fatwa. The talented Doug Stanhope was unfairly accused of anti-Semitism.
They had found a review of mine from earlier in the festival, this anti-Semitic guy, and where I had been quoted out of context, and one of the things I had said that he quoted was, "I hate the Jews," which sounds anti-Semitic.
In Colombia, Jaime Garzón successfully used his popularity to convince the philo-Marxist drug traffickers to free some of the hostages. But the right-wing philo-governmental military didn't find it very funny and shot him in the head. In Russia, one of the most powerful opponents of Putin is a comedian.
My brother 3 times West, 3 times.
In Burma, the Mustache brothers continue to fight on the front line with the military dictatorship. There was a comedian in Cuba during the glorious disembarkation of El Granma. Here is Armando Roblan, who, resembling Castro, enjoyed impersonating him. Until one day, he understood that these ungrateful people wanted to use him as bait in order to protect Fidel. So he escaped to Miami, where he does what he can to get by.
I like Puerto Rico. I like Puerto Riqueñas. I like Puerto Riqueños.
In Lebanon, Basmat Watan risked being lynched by Nasrallah followers for a simple gag. In Iraq, Walid Hassan. In Japan, the group called Newspaper. In Turkey, all the good comedians are banned from TV. Patmasyoni, Congo. Zid, in Morocco. In China, you're allowed to criticize the weather, but only on the first of the year. And so it seems the moment has come to rise up together and love. About Mother Earth.
We fight the world.
We fight the world.
We fight the children.
We fight the children.
About new fundamentalists.
La pasta dell'opus. Che vol poder. I legionari di Cristi. Che vol poder. La Rodríguez Zapatero.
About abortion.
Roberta tiene un conflicto moral muy difícil de resolver. Roberta quiere abortar, pero no está embarazada.
About politically correct.
You in the back, you are dying soon. You're gonna die soon. You're gonna die soon. We're all gonna die, but not as soon as you guys.
About politicians.
The secret, Signor Tony.
What is it, Silvio?
Is learned from Berlusconi.
I'm learning. It needn't be a crime.
What should be a crime?
Well, if you're charged.
You change the law.
And about corporations.
Hi, my name is Edmund Taylor. I did 15 years in Greenhaven Correctional Facility for the sale of a kilo of cocaine. When I'm thirsty, I drink my favorite, Budweiser.
And so on about every single crucial issue. In a globalized society, we can either respect the taboos of everyone, thus dramatically reducing our freedom, or we can take advantage of the situation and knock them all down.
The most amazing feeling that I've ever experienced was when I was performing in front of Palestinians and Israelis. Here I am on stage watching a bunch of Palestinians and Israelis sitting together, laughing together. Where else can that happen? That doesn't happen in politics, it doesn't happen in theater, but that happens in comedy.
So, we united together to establish the International of Satire.
The idea is to have the world told by satirists. We will meet all the best satirists in the world and collect their stories and point of view about all the most dangerous, embarrassing issues. The idea was born when I was filming Viva Zapatero.
First time I saw Sabina's film a couple years ago in New York, I was so excited and exhilarated when I left the theater, and I walked all the way home because I felt less alone in this world, that there was somebody here in Italy doing this marvelous work and using humor as a weapon.
Mondial de la satire, parce que eux, ils ont déjà fait leur mondial de l'argent. Et nous, il faudrait la faire, vraiment.
Где есть сатира, там есть политическая жизнь.
But I think what's great is wonderful because it is all about freedom of speech and sorry, could you not film?
But first, will we be able to tolerate each other?
What about if I say that Martin Luther was a boring old fart and jealous because was the only priest at that time unable to sell indulgences? What's wrong with you, fucking Viking, with your Hansel and Gretel dirty stories encouraging pedophilia and cannibalism? What about if we put your queen in a cartoon being sodomized by an IKEA worker on an IKEA sofa on sale?
I think that would be perfectly okay. And in fact, I'm also in favor, we also have a law in Denmark against defaming the royal family. And I think we should also remove that law.
And you? Are you ready to test your tolerance level with satire?
Think about this. With the money you spend for a drink, we can make all Africa laugh.